Now, before we start this video, I've got to say that this antenna that I've just built, we're raffling off. Okay, so if you stick around to the end, you can win this for $1. So as a reminder, a Classic comes in a big box with a pole. You get 2 white boxes. One is the plate set and one is the accessories box. And then of course we get some DX10 as well if you buy the 40-meter kit, or you can upgrade that by buying another reel of wire if you want an inverted L on 80 meters and maybe put some more radials down. In the accessories box you get a load of speed clamps, EzyClamps for holding the whole thing up, on the long term that is, nuts, bolts, washers, paracord, Marlow shot cord, all stainless, 4 connectors. I get everything you need to make it. In the plate set we'll get 4 marine grey plates. It's marine grey, it doesn't crack or splinter. And you get 2 aluminium plates. One screws on the bottom where you put the SO239 on, and that's going to be your ground plate where we'll put our grounds, and then you have the driven plate above it. The build is normally in 2 parts. When you're inside, you can make all the elements. I literally followed to the T the user guide when it came to making the elements. I did add 1/4 of an inch or 6 millimeters because I wanted to double back on the amount of copper that went into a fork connector. That's all. Okay, you put that in a fork connector with a bit of heat shrink. Get a match, a lighter, a hot blue lamp thing. I used a little Dremel thing and that worked fine. Then you make the radials up. Mine are, I'll find out exactly what that is and put it below here. It's about 10 feet, 3 meters, or less actually. I happen to get 6'4", 24 radials at that size. And that's worked out fine. You get 4 of these together, you strip the ends, give them a little twist around, put them in a fork connector, not forgetting your glue lined heat shrink before you put it on, heat it up, crimp it. Right, now you got your elements, you got your bits and pieces, put it into a bag, go outside with a couple of sawhorses or whatever you want to call it, and then make it up. And I'm going to stop this bit here. I'm going to get out to the field and I'm going to show you the rest of the build I did in the field yesterday. Middle afternoon, but I'm going to race through this, get this up, and then go into a quick test. This is a tiny bit too small to go on that thread, and it shouldn't be, so I'm just going to pop in and put a deburring tool around it. So if this happens to you, and it shouldn't, a bit of sandpaper or a deburring tool will take it out a tiny bit, but you shouldn't need to do that. If you're wondering who's filming, that's Lockie. Thank you, Lockie. So I'll get back outside and see how I get on. Better? Now, because that's alloy, if we put a driven plate there, we get a short circuit. So we supply one of these things. It's called a Herbie clip because it was designed by a man called Herbie, apparently. Now you can get pedantic about this by unscrewing this, pushing down like you know what, and doing it back up again. But to be honest, once you've got the elements on, it shouldn't really matter, alright? I found the barcode cutters. What are they doing on the floor here? They got a bit rusty, so I have to sort that out. There's a trick to this, by the way. Don't faff about. Give it a really good thump up, all right? And if it will twist, mine won't because I pull it up so hard. Look, one-handed, look. Don't tell me you can't do this with one hand. Yes, you can. Now that one would stop any second. They can go down there. That one goes about there. Well, I've got it. That's fine there. Right. So I've got the spreaders on. I've got one small spreader, which is I've kept in here. Oh, nice fit, that one. Lovely. Right, my elements are there, so I'm going to try and film this and put some elements on. Hang on. Well, we didn't mark 40. And I'm in a rush on this. Cold, it's about to rain. And I've just folded these up. Let me just work out how to untangle this. Oh, I've done it. Okay. So I'm going to do 40 because it's the most complicated, and I'll rush through the rest. And I do happen to know that we put 40 as best we can, and it says it in the manual what to do, but I'm going to put it opposite the feed point. So that's going to go here. Alright. We do want to kind of roughly match up these holes to these holes. I notice we've got a hole, and that's probably the most optimum one. I just need to rotate this a tiny bit. Hang on. Alright, so I've rotated that a tiny bit. So I'm going to come up here, up to the top main spreader. So what we need is for this to be under a little bit of tension before it comes to here, just to keep the whole thing sane. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a little Z here, look, like that. Little Z. I'm going to cut a piece of heat shrink. And by the way, you can, if it's really, really hot, you can, once I've done this, you could, I don't need to because it doesn't get that hot. What you can do, I'm going to put this, oh, I'll put it there. You can apply tiny little mini cable tie over the top of this after the event to stop the heat shrink from moving. Might need more gas because we're outside, you know. Yeah, we experimented by putting like a cable tie just there. Will solve the problem. What I'm looking for is all the glue to come out so I can really splodge it together. So that is about 12 centimeters or half an inch. It's just enough, look, to get some shot cord, which I've got here. Don't cut this up willy-nilly, right? Use it all steadily from the reel itself. So I'm going to go through here. It's just a regular knot over once and over twice, okay? And let's not use up too much of the shot cord. Just feed the knot down a bit. It's a shame to waste it, if you know what I mean. There we go. Just nice. We can, if we want to, grab the heaty gunny thingy. Make that nice. And I'm going to really twang it and tie a knot in it. Here we go. So that's at about 80% tension there. And I'll get the other end of the element. I'll pull this out the way slightly and feed the element in. There we go. And we're away. Now we can go to the top. By the way, you can get fussy at this point. You could put another twanger on there, look, if you wanted to. This little loop that we make here, if you make it the right size, you'll be able to get that knot back through, if you know what I mean. And I've just realised, because I want to take this all apart, I might have to widen that loop with a hot air gun and pull the glue lined heat shrink back a bit. It means that the tip here isn't trying to tension it all the way from halfway up, if you know what I mean. I'll do this so I can get that off. So I'm going up one side, down the other. Yeah, you could use, if this was permanent, you could use a bit of heat shrink or something here, you know, make it look really nice. One of the reasons for up and down is to get 15 and 40 together. Long story, but it's true. Alright, apart from the fact we fell on the ground a minute ago, it's going fine. I've got to look up the user. Oh, I've fallen down over there now as well. I've got to look up the user guide and find out where. I think 20 goes opposite this, fairly certain. I will actually show you 20 as well, because it's a bit of a... I get a lot of emails about this. Are you sure that's right? Yeah, I am. Right, so that's normal. I started at the bottom, I've come up here, and I've got a fold over of 20 centimetres here. Why 20 centimetres? Because if we didn't have that fold over, the end of the element would sometimes be too close to this, and then we got, you know, there's not enough doingy shot cord. So this way we get a really nice length of shot cord that we can really tension up. And that's 20 done. The rest are a walk in the park. Well, I'm doing quite well, I'm just on 10. And then what I have noticed outside, there's like a big heat sink out here. It takes a hell of a lot of, you know, more on the inside. I don't want to burn it, you know. This is going to be quite a long piece of shot cord, so we're going to stretch the heck out of it. I've only got 17 to do. I've been at this for about 20 minutes, it feels like. You know, in total. I'm quite aggressive with the tightening. Fine. Alright, we started this about 35 minutes ago. I'm just putting the last element on. This is 30 metres. You can see, I have to zoom in on this, but that is about 3/4 of an inch, because once the knot is tied, you can still get it out, but under tension it stays in, if you know what I mean. However, when I'm doing like a 12.4, I make them smaller because I'm never taking it down, if you know what I mean. I've just realised I've got to take this one down because we've got to put it in a box and raffle it off. And I've got that much shot cord left, okay, for spares, repairs, whatever. So I forgot to bring out the blooming guys. I haven't put on the little bracelets. You know, the EzyClamps. Let me run around and do that. So I've done that. I actually cut these tails off here before I put the clamp on. It's a lot quicker. So I've just got to run up and do all these. It doesn't matter if you fit it under the plate or over the plate. I mean, this is just to stop all the shot cord and all that tension trying to pull this thing endlessly down. That's all these are for. But in all honesty, once it's been up for a while, you never get the bloody thing down anyway. I'm only going up to the 5 metre point. It's just, I find it pointless going any higher because there's no real tension up there, do you know? These are made in Bath, England. Notice I'm not terribly over tightening these, not myself anyway. I find I don't need to, but some people have terrible problems with slippage. I tell them, take it apart, dry it out, bit of sandpaper to rough up because it's probably gone smooth. You know, at the bottom. Right, charge the camera up, get the guy's takes, get it on the air. Right, we're losing the light and I'm losing battery. Well, I've got my holiday Coax here, which is far too much really. It's about 35 metres, about 100 foot or so. So I'll put this camera off. I've got tower cam watching us. We'll put the drone up as well so you can see what I'm doing, because you don't need the audio. I just need into the cabinet here. So We can connect the coax in a minute. Lovely. Okay. Okay, so that's the holiday coax there, and it's into 87, into number 6. All right, that's what we've done. Now, it's a much nicer day today, although it is a bit blowy, so we can now take a bit of a close-up at the install and see how we got on, because it's been up here all night and it's looking rather splendid. So I just threw the radials down. As I said, they're not even 10 foot long. Up to the guide point here, I've just put a little butterfly, alpine butterfly knot and a couple of half hitches, and that holds up fine. And I'm a bit of a dab hand these days how to prop that on my shoulder and stick it up. You can see that all the elements are parallel, and I am telling you the SWR is absolutely cock on, and we'll go inside in a minute and have a look at that. I'm going to pack all this up in a couple of days time and put it in a nice box because we're raffling it off. CQ, over.
Papa 1 Oscar Papa Lima. LA 2TIA Lima Alpha 2 Papa India Alpha. They signal in Darlington, Callum.
G0CNN, hi. You sound fantastic, mate.
Papa Delta 3 Radio Lima Kill.
Oscar Solo 2 Lima Yankee Sierra.
Kilo 2 Yankee Italy.
Victor Kilo 2 Yankee Italy.
Delta 1 Hotel Victor.
Lima Zulu Stroke Alpha Echo 1 Tango Papa.
Oscar Echo 2 Alpha Oscar Papa. Delta Charlie Lima Alpha 2 Papa India Alpha. Echo Sugar 1 Papa Alpha Whiskey.
Sierra Papa 9 Alpha Juliet.
9 Hotel 5 Sierra November.
Yeah, Bucket here, Mike 0XX2 VK2 Yankee Italy. Data 3 and 2. 3 and 2, over.
Sugar Mike 6 Echo Delta Golf. Good morning, Callum.
Yankee Oscar 3 Bravo Echo Echo.
Delta Lima 8 Foxtrot Quebec.
Yankee Oscar 3 Delta Yankee Lima.
Hotel Foxtrot 1 Echo.
Right, so I just want to show you that if you cut a DX Commander kit normally to the book, this is the result you'll get. So we're on the classic here, so we'll do that, and we can tell we're on the classic because noise comes up, everything comes up, you get signals through, and I put that on number 6, okay, earlier on. So number 6, right, let me dial up so you can see properly the display here. So there we are. Now you can see the display. All right, very top left, we've got the SWR. So if I press the PFA button, that gives me an SWR reading. Okay. I mean, I'll try and find some SWR. Let's go right to the bottom of the band. Yeah, the very wide bandwidth. Oh, we're just creeping up. 1.1 there. If you're in America, you could take about an inch off if you wanted the higher end of 40 meters, but in the main, that is absolutely fine. There's FT8. I'll go just above it. I think I've got SWR. I think I would say that's 1.2 to 1. I think you would agree. So we'll just come away. 14.209. SWR is 1.1, 1.2. Let's go up 309. Next to nothing. We go up the top end. That's still nothing. So, you know, and this was, I mean, there's no trickery involved. I just cut it as the way it was. 18. Oh, I can see FT8 there, look. Absolutely nothing. Turn the volume back down. 21. We'll go, well, no, we'll go down. I can see a few signals here, actually. Well, not that. Don't know what that is. Oh, there's FT8. 1.2 to 1. Let's go up 100 kilohertz. 186. Nothing. 286. Nothing. 386. Nothing. 440. Still nothing. I appreciate that I've got a fair long length of coax. Got my holiday coax plus the EcoFlex 15. But even so, you know, it's not like RG58. It's fine. I can see some signals. Where are we? Is that somebody?
Hotel Radio. My call sign is Oscar Echo 5, Hotel Romeo. The operator name this side is Herb, like Hotel, Echo, Romeo, Bravo.
That's funny, spelling Herb with 8 letters, H-H-E-E-R-R-B-B. Is a funny way to spell it. 24. There's the FT8. Go up a bit. Literally nothing. 28. 1.1 to 1, something like that. Okay, and I haven't tested this on 50 actually. Oh, there's all sorts of stuff going on here. Take the preamp off. So 2.5 to 1. Okay, I haven't set it up yet, but assuming I do, I'll show you the screenshots. We've used raffle before to raffle. To do a raffle. I donated, I think it was 3 antennas to the last time we did a raffle, and we raised all that money for Jim W6LG. So this time we've got the main classic as the one I've built. We'll literally pack it up as it is, plus another classic for the second prize, and then we'll throw in a roll of DX10 for the third prize. Now I'm raising 3,000 tickets for this because I've worked out over the last 18 months we've sent about 15 DX Commander products to DXpeditions. All right, I don't send it to everyone that asks me. It depends how they ask and how respectful they are, and they give me, you know, they can speak in English or they've used Google Translate properly. Hello, Mr. McCormick. You know, I am so and so. I run this DX Command, the DXpedition. Every 2 years we go to some place. You know, we make 20,000 QSOs. You know, we use this sort of gear. Is there anything you would, you know, you can offer us, you know, to help, you know, us and our DXpedition? And very often I'll say to Lockie, send them a pair of DX Commander Expeditions, for instance. You know, sometimes I ask for shipping, and you might be watching this going, oh yeah, he did that for me. All right, so it's not a joke. Now, so I've spent well over £3,000 over the last 18 months doing that. I mean, I know it's a bit of marketing and PR, but it's not you know, I want it paid for by everybody, you know, not just me. So I want to sometimes put money back in the pot to carry on supporting DX expeditions. Anyway, so on screen now, hopefully, you'll be able to see what you'll be able to do. And I'll put the link in the description. Go $1 or £1, whatever it is, or buy 5 or 10. And I'll set it to last, say, a week, and that spare money Wendy's going to allocate to future DXpedition sponsorship. All right, so there we are. Have a DX Commander Classic, and stop WhatsApping me right in the tail end of my video. In the meantime, hope you've enjoyed my video today and it's been of some value to you. Have a jolly good day. Enjoy your radio. Okay, bye for now.